Welcome once again to the Senate of Canada. I'm Senator Patrick Brazeau, and I'm proud to serve the people of Quebec and indeed all Canadians. Our country is known worldwide as fair, honest, noble, giving, and transparent. None of this has occurred by accident. For nearly 140 years, our parliamentarians and indeed all Canadian citizens have built this nation from the ground up to the success we achieve today. Indeed, we are the envy of the world. Long before there was a Canada, Aboriginal peoples built sustainable societies in this land. Many of their practices were adopted by the European immigrants who came to this country. My message today is one that speaks to the value of becoming actively engaged in Canada's democracy. My call to action is one that speaks of the value of claiming stakeholdership in Canada's future. I can't begin to emphasize the importance of exercising the most fundamental right in a democratic society, the right to vote. There are other equally important rights, the rights to have a say in how and by whom you will be governed, the right to question, to debate with, and to inform parliamentarians. These days, there are many who choose to view Parliament and its institutions with a sense of cynicism. To me, such cynicism is such a wasted opportunity. People, and especially youth, have so much to gain from purposeful engagement in democracy. There's so much to be gained by sharing your insights, your ideas, your hopes, your concerns with parliamentarians. Parliament makes laws for the people. It's only right then that the people should be engaged to the fullest extent possible. This is especially true for Canada's First Nations. Do you want to change your world, reform the Indian Act, and enact programs to better educate First Nations peoples? Parliament is the place where this can happen. The cynics might say, why bother? The game is fixed. I don't for a second believe it is. But I also know that nobody wins if you don't play. And if you don't like the game, then change the rules. Canvass members of Parliament and senators and share your thoughts. Make certain that laws and programs reflect your input. Become active in politics. Join political parties and become active in writing associations where you can help shape platforms and choose candidates for elections. Make a difference in the corner of your own little world. Above all, make a determined decision to not be a bystander. Study the issues, challenge the status quo, and involve yourself in the political process. We live in a fast-paced, dynamic world where information sharing is practically instantaneous. Why not grab hold of this technology and use it as a tool to inform, engage, and enlighten yourself and your community? I've always believed in assuming personal responsibility for your own future. This means working hard personally to help build change, to help inform change, and to help bring about change. It's your future, and you have a vested interest in making sure that it's everything that you want it to be. Canada's Parliament is intended to work for you, and there's plenty that you can do and should consider doing to make sure that this happens. It does no one any good when we choose to consider democracy a spectator sport and watch it play out in front of us with no benefit of your interventions. It's far better to learn more about the process and fully take part in its application. This is as true at the local level in your own community as it is for Parliament. Positive activism, which seeks to constructively improve outcomes and achieve real progress for people, is as noble an undertaking as there is. I encourage you all to become engaged in your community's life, to take an interest in the political systems around you, and to work hard to make a difference in your society. By becoming engaged, involved, and informed, you really can make a difference for your community, your family, yourself, and yes, even your country. Remember, every job is a self-portrait of the person who does it. Be certain to autograph your work with excellence. Till next time, and once again from the floor of the Senate chamber, I'm Senator Patrick Brazeau.